Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well today. So throughout the month of August, on my Facebook page, I'm focusing on stress this month, and usually every few months I tend to pick a certain topic and then I just spend the whole month talking about that. So I've done campaigns on domestic violence, I've done depression, what else? Probably if you go to my Facebook page, NU Journeys Counselling, you'll see over the last 3 years, sometimes I'll take a topic and then just focus on that. So this month we're looking at stress. And what I want to talk about in this video, because I've been making other videos about stress over the last few weeks, is how to handle stress that's caused by life events. So stress is going to affect people at some point in their lives. It's just unavoidable. Basically, you can't avoid stress. You can limit the amount of stress brought into your lives, but the reason you can't eliminate stress completely is because some types of stress are caused by external factors, and as human beings we don't have control over them. And this is what I'm going to talk about today, is life events. A lot of life events are out of our control. So if something is out of your control, you can't determine how you're going to handle that stress free, because you can't prepare for it, you can't plan for it. So stress also affects people in different ways. So how one person might be affected by an event is going to be different to someone else, and we always have to bear that in mind. So when I'm talking about stress, especially as a counsellor, I don't assume that this person is affected in this way, or that everyone is affected the same, because we're all individuals. So some of the life events that can cause stress include bereavement, unemployment, taking exams, divorce, breakup, moving home, being the victim of a crime. So in all of these scenarios, some of them are in our control because we can choose to move home. Sometimes we can't. Unemployment, most people wouldn't choose that. That's something that happens. You might be made redundant, or you might lose your job for other reasons. Another one that I haven't put on there is illness. That's definitely out of your control, and that's another life event that can cause an issue, cause a lot of stress. So although we can't control or do anything about these events when they arise, what we can do is we can try to handle it in the best way that is good for us. And there's only so much of that you can do, but I'm just going to give you I'm giving 3 or 4, it's all right, I've got my little notes here. I'm going to give you 3 tips. And if you want further information, you can also get in touch with me by going to my Facebook page, NU Journeys Counselling, and you can find contact details for me. I am happy to provide brief tips and information to people if they message me. Step number 1 is to identify what is it about the situation that is causing you stress. Now that might sound simple, but for example, if you're getting divorced, in normal situations, there's probably been a build-up to it. It hasn't just come out of the blue. Sometimes it can, but there's probably been lots of arguments, or there might have been lots of discussions about potentially breaking up. So you could switch it around. You could say, well, although I'm unhappy that the relationship is ending, I'm also relieved that we don't have to keep going in this cycle of arguing with each other, of being unhappy. So there's going to be an end date when we're no longer together. You need to decide what is causing you the stress. Is it the fact that you're not going to see this person again and you feel like you're going to be alone? Is it the fact that there's so much things to do when it comes to the divorce and you just feel overwhelmed? And this is similar to moving house. When I was moving house, I said I'm never going to move again after moving, because it's the stress of changing your address to everyone, having to get your gas and electric sorted, having to get your cable sorted, having to move everything, having to find people to help you move, little things, having to go shopping. I said I'm never going to move again, but then since then I have moved. And what I've learned is that if you go through the same life event more than once, you have learned from the first time. So it's not always as hard as it was to start with. So think about what are your thoughts, your feelings and your emotions about this life event. What is causing you the most stress? because identifying it means you can take action on that particular thing rather than just feeling the complete stress of the whole situation. It's harder to tackle stress if you're just saying, I'm just stressed, but you don't know why. You don't know what about. You don't know, you can't pinpoint it. So identify it first. Number 2 is recognizing that where you are is not where you will remain. So accept the process, do the work. Recognize that if you've got an exam coming up, or if you've been a victim of a crime, or if there's been bereavement, there is going to be some level of stress attached to that. You're going to be feeling upset. Obviously, you're probably going to have post-traumatic stress if you've been a victim of a crime. You're probably not going to be yourself for a while. Don't try and force the situation. Say to yourself, this is understandable that I'm here where I am. It's understandable that this exam is taking over my life because it's so important to me. But once I've done the exam, then that's going to be it. I'm not going to sit there and think, I should have done this, should have done that. I've taken it. You know, same as if you're a victim of a crime, get the help that you need. You probably need to go to court if it's, you know, something that someone's going to be charged for. It's about you becoming powerful in that situation and saying, I'm not going to allow what's happened to me to cause me to be distressed for the rest of my life. And it's really powerful when we use words, because if we use certain words, it does help us to get through the process rather than us feeling stuck and remaining in that place. Number 3 is to take control. Do what feels right in the moment and don't blame yourself for any decision. So when you're stressed, a lot of times people will give you advice. You will be seeking solutions external to yourself. You will be conflicted on what you should do, what you should feel, what you should say. Don't beat yourself up. If you've just had a divorce or a breakup and you feel like getting rid of everything that person's give to you, this is me, when I've broke up with someone, I don't want to be friends with them, and not in a bad way, but I don't see the point in being friends with someone that I've had a relationship with. The relationship has ended. They have to be free to go and find someone else. I have to be free. My personal feeling is that you can't maintain a platonic relationship with someone that you've either slept with or someone that you've been connected with in that sense, because you can't go backwards in life in that way. The person is no longer your boyfriend or girlfriend, but you're trying to put a different label on it as friends, but you can't unsleep with them or be unattracted to them, or little things are going to remind you. So for me, my decisions are always to just cut the person in a nice way, move on, let's move on with our lives, but then it means I'm not caught up in this stressful situation. If you want to if you feel like you want to, I don't know, burn all the letters and cards they've give you, or you want to give things away that they're gifts and stuff, don't let other people say to you not to do that. If you have to do things that feel right for you, and then don't think 2 weeks later, I wish I hadn't have done that. The stress that sometimes we feel is because we beat ourselves up for decisions. So in any situation, that's the third thing. You take control. Do what makes you feel powerful. Do what feels right for you in that moment. And then don't worry about it later on. All we've got is moments, so we can't keep going backwards and saying, I wish I hadn't done this, or I wish I hadn't done that. So let me know what you guys think. This was just a quick video. I'm going to be going live across on my Facebook pages, NU Journeys Counselling, Coach Marianne Hanson, and my personal page, so you can catch up with some live videos on there. But I hope you found this video useful, and I'll see you all again soon. Oh yeah, please feel free to share if you want to share it. Leave your comments, like, and subscribe to this channel if you find it interesting. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.